We're here live in Victoria as the Acadiana Cane Cutters come to town to take on the Victoria Generals here in the 2-game series against the Generals. This will be game 2 of the series as the Generals took game 1 last night here at Riverside Stadium. Starting lineup tonight for the Acadiana Cane Cutters, leading off will be Morris at third base. In second will be Bayless in center field. And third will be Seacrest in right field. And fourth will be Faulkner at first base. And fifth will be Gabrzinski, the designated hitter. And sixth will be Taylor, the left fielder. And seventh will be Harrington, the shortstop. And eighth will be Manola, the catcher. And ninth will be Miranda, the second baseman. And pitching tonight for the Acadiana Cane Cutters will be Nelms. So that is your starting lineup tonight for the Cane Cutters. And in third, we'll be putting things started here for the Acadiana Cane Cutters is going to be Chandler Morris, the third baseman. And the first pitch of the game to Morris is going to be popped up in the infield. And it looks like the first baseman, Michael Morissette, will run under it for out number 1. So we begin the game with a 1-pitch, 1 flyout by Chandler Morris. And the next batter up here for the Acadiana Cane Cutters after the flyout by Morris will be Kyle Bayless. Count now sits at 3-0 here to Kyle Bayless. 3-0 pitch from Colick. That one misses outside, and it's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Kyle Bayless. So after the walk by Bayless, the next batter up here for the Acadiana Cane Cutters is going to be the right fielder, Cole Seacrest. Runner on first base, 1 out here for the Cane Cutters. First pitch on the way. That one's going to be flown to center field. Williams going back, clear back to the wall. Williams will make the catch for out number 2. So Seacrest flies out to center field, and now 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Runner on first base. The next batter up here for the Acadiana Cane Cutters is going to be Preston Faulkner, the first baseman. So after the base hit by Faulkner, runners on first and second, and 2 outs, as Gabrzinski will foul the first pitch back. So once again, Preston Faulkner hitting another another single here, as big game last night for Preston Faulkner, continuing the hot hitting streak, and Cane Cutters now with runners on first and second and 2 outs. The batter is Gabrzinski, as the 0-1 pitch from Colick misses down and away for ball 1. Nathan Gabrzinski playing his college ball at Lamar University. Count sits at 1-1. Pitch on the way from Colick. That one will miss inside, and the count now at 2-1. Two-one count here to Gabrzinski. Cole Taylor, the batter, on deck. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to get past the catcher Disher, and the Cane Cutters are going to move the runners to second and third here with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. So the Cane Cutters in striking distance here early in the game. Runners now on second and third base. 3-1 count here to Nathan Gabrzinski. As the 3-1 pitch on the way from Colick, that one's going to be popped up foul, and the count now sits full. Once again, that's Casey Colick on the mound for the Generals tonight. 3-2 count here to Nathan Gabrzinski. 3-2 pitch on the way. That one will miss outside, and that's going to be a walk here for Nathan Gabrzinski, and the bases will now be loaded. The bases are now loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. And the next batter up for the Cane Cutters is going to be Cole Taylor. First pitch from Colic to Taylor. That one will be fouled back for strike one. Cole Taylor playing his college ball at Texas A&M University. Has the bases loaded here for the Cane Cutters. 0-1 pitch coming on the way from Colic, off speed. That one will get off the glove of Disher. Disher loses the ball, and the Cane Cutters are going to get a quick run here in the top of the first inning and take a 1-0 lead. So the Cane Cutters convert on the wild pitch that gets off the glove of the catcher Disher. And the Cutters now with a 1-0 lead. Runners now on second and third here for Cole Taylor. 1-1 pitch coming on the way from Colic. That one will be flown to center field, and Williams is going to run under it for an easy out number 3. But the Cane Cutters get a run here on the wild pitch and lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back here in a moment. Back here in Victoria, we head to the bottom of the first inning. Cane Cutters with a 1-0 lead over the Generals here early in the game. First batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Reese Johnson, the shortstop. And once again on the mound tonight for the Acadiana Cane Cutters will be Alex Nelms. As the first pitch of the game to Johnson will be fouled back for strike one. So Alex Nelms, the pitcher for the Cane Cutters, playing his college ball at the University of Southern Miss. And an 0-1 count here to Reese Johnson. 0-1 pitch. Johnson's going to line this one into right field, and that's going to be a base hit here to start the bottom of the first. Johnson's heading for two. Close play at second, and Johnson's going to be down with a double. Reese Johnson, the righty from Sam Houston State University, gets down to second base on the double. So the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Luis Vargas. So Vargas, the designated hitter tonight, has a runner on second base, nobody out after the Johnson double. First pitch coming on the way from Nelms. That one will miss high and outside for ball one. So once again, Luis Vargas, the batter, Parker Osborne on deck for the Generals. Reese Johnson, the runner on second, 1-0 count. Pitch on the way from Nelms will be grounded foul to even the count back up at 1. Game 2 between the Cane Cutters and the Generals. Generals taking game 1 last night. Cane Cutters looking to split the series. Already up 1-0 here at Riverside Stadium. 1-1 pitch on the way to Vargas is going to be flown foul over to the right side, and the count now moves to 1-2. Luis Vargas playing his college ball at Mid-American Nazarene University. 1-2 count to Vargas. Pitch on the way from Nelms. That one's going to be grounded right up the middle to Nelms. Nelms just going to throw over to first for the easy out. And that will be the first out of the inning. So it almost looked like Faulkner almost lost the ball in the sun as Nelms threw it over to him. But nonetheless, the out is recorded. And the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Parker Osborne. So Osborne steps in. Runner remains on second as Osborne calls a quick time. Michael Williams, the center fielder, is the batter on deck. First pitch coming on the way from Nelms to Osborne. That one's going to be in there for strike 1. So Parker Osborne playing his college ball at Rice University out in Houston. And the count 0-1 to Osborne. 0-1 pitch will miss outside, and the count now evens at 1. Count is even at 1-1 here to Osborne. Once again, Reese Johnson, the runner on second base, 1 out. Pitch on the way from Nelms will miss outside, and the count now at 2-1. Two-1 count to Osborne. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled back, and the count evens up. Score update from around the TCL. The other game going on tonight, the Texas Marshals and the Brazos Valley Bombers. Marshals lead early 1-0 in the top of the first inning. Two-two pitch coming on the way to Osborne. That one's going to be in there for strike 3, and that's going to be a strikeout for Alex Nelms here in the bottom of the first inning. So after the strikeout by Osborne, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, runner on second. The next batter up is going to be the center fielder, Michael Williams. So Williams steps in. Reese Johnson, runner on second, as the first pitch will miss way outside, 4-1. So Michael Williams playing his college ball at Paris Junior College. Chase Evans, the batter on deck. 1-0 pitch on the way to Williams. Will miss outside once again. The count now at 2-0. So once again, on the mound tonight for the Cane Cutters is Alex Nelms. And a 2-0 count here to Williams. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one will miss high, and the count now 3-0. Chase Evans waiting patiently on deck as a 3-0 count coming on the way to Williams. 3-0 pitch. Williams will take that one right down the middle for the first strike. Generals currently on a 5-game winning streak, but already altered here in the bottom of the first as the Cutters lead 1-0. As a 3-1, Williams is going to ground this one over to the right side. Faulkner gets it. Close play at first, and Williams is going to beat out the throw at first. And it's going to be a base hit for Michael Williams. So a nice scoop there by Preston Faulkner. Runs over and tries to beat Williams at first, but Williams hustles it down. Now runners on first and third with 2 outs for the next batter up for the Generals, Chase Evans. So Evans steps in after the Williams base hit. First pitch coming on the way to Evans will miss outside from Nelms for ball 1. Chase Evans playing his college ball at Tyler Junior College. Committed to play next season at Texas State. As the 1-0 pitch on the way, there goes Williams to second, no throw down. And it's going to be a stolen bag for Michael Williams. As the strike goes into Evans. Runners now on second and third with 2 outs in the inning. One pitch coming on the way. That's going to be swung on and missed by Evans, and the count now 1-2. Batter on deck for the Generals is Nelms. So Nelms strikes out Evans, and we'll head to the top of the second inning. Cane Cutters lead the Generals 1-0. Back here in Victoria, we head to the top of the second inning. Cane Cutters with a 1-0 lead over the Victoria Generals. First batter up here for the Cane Cutters is going to be the shortstop Trey Harrington, as the first pitch from Casey Colick will be in there for a strike. So once again, that's Trey Harrington for a strike. So once again, that's Trey Harrington at the plate for the Cane Cutters. As the second pitch is going to be flown to center field, right to the center fielder Michael Williams for out number 1. So after the fly out by Trey Harrington, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. The next batter up for the Cane Cutters is going to be Connor Manola. First pitch to Manola will be in there for strike 1. And it's a quickly 0-1 count here to Manola. As the second pitch is going to be swung on and missed by Manola to move the count now to 0-2. Connor Manola playing his college ball at Southeast Louisiana. As the 0-2 pitch coming on the way from Colick, that one misses down in the dirt. And the count now at 1-2. 1-2 count. Here to Manola, pitch from Colick. That one will miss just outside. And the count now evens up at 2. So the count is even at 2-2. Pitch on the way from Colic. That one bounces in the dirt, and the count now full to Manola. Count is full, 3-2. So that's going to be a base hit for Nathan Miranda. And the Cane Cutters now with runners on first and nobody out, or excuse me, 2 out. So Miranda hits the base hit. Cutters with runners on first. And we'll head back to the top of the order as Chandler Morris will step in now for the Cane Cutters. First pitch on the way to Morris. Morris will take that one for strike 1. So once again, Miranda on first after the base hit. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. 0-1 count to Chandler Morris as Morris will miss inside. 4-1. 1-1 count here to Chandler Morris. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on and missed, and the count now sits at 1-2. One-two count. Batter on deck is Bayless. 1-2 pitch on the way. That one will miss high. 4-2. Colic started walking towards the dugout as he thought it was strike 3. But the count now sits at 2-2 here to Morris. Two-two pitch on the way. That's going to be grounded foul over to the left side. So once again, this is game 2 between the Generals and the Cane Cutters. Generals taking game 1 last night here at Riverside Stadium. But the Cane Cutters quickly up 1-0 here in the top of the second. There's a 2-2 pitch coming on the way from Colic. That one misses outside. Nice scoop there by Disher, in the count now 3-2. Once again, Bayless, the batter, on deck. And a 3-2 count here to Chandler Morris. Three-two pitch on the way. That one is going to be, they're going to say he check swung and went. So that will be strike 3 and another strikeout here for Casey Colic. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. No runs by the Cane Cutters. And the Cutters lead the Generals 1-0. Back here in Victoria, we head to the bottom of the second inning. Cane Cutters lead the Generals 1-0. First batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Dominic Cox. So Cox steps in, and the first pitch from Nelms is going to be flown over to the left side, but that is going to be an easy catch out there in left by Taylor for out number 1. So after the flyout by Cox, the next batter up with 1 out here in the bottom of the second is going to be Michael Morissette. So the first pitch from Nelms is going to miss high and away for ball 1. One 1-0 count to Michael Morissette. Pitch on the way. That's going to be grounded up the middle. Up to the second baseman, Miranda. Throw over to first for out number 2. So after the ground out, 1-1 pitch on the way from Nelms. That one's going to be flown over to right. And this one could get down. This one's going to go all the way to the wall, clear to the warning track. And Brady Disher is going to be on with a double, as the right fielder Seacrest could not get there in time. And it's going to be a double for the lefty from Arkansas. So after the double by Disher, the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Anthony Jones. So Jones the batter. First pitch on the way. He's going to foul that one off the leg of the umpire for strike 1. Jones playing his college ball at Houston Baptist. He has Disher on second base, 2 outs. Score from around the league. Marshalls lead the Bombers 2-0 in the top of the second inning. 0-1 count here to Jones. Pitch on the way from Nelms. That's going to be swung on and missed in the count now 0-2. 0-2 count to Jones. Johnson the batter on deck. 0-2 pitch on the way. Check swing. They're going to say he went, and that's going to be strike 3. And another strikeout for Alex Nelms. And we'll head to the top of the third. Cane Cutters lead the Generals 1-0. Back here in Victoria, we head to the top of the third inning. Cane Cutters lead the Generals 1-0. First batter up here for the Cane Cutters is pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on and missed, and the count now sits at 1-1 here to Bayless. Seacrest, the batter, on deck. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one will miss down for ball 2. Bayless, Seacrest, the batter, on deck, as that one will miss high for a 3-1 count. Three-one count to Bayless. That one's going to be popped up over to the left side. And it looks like the third baseman, Anthony Jones, is going to run under it in foul territory for out number 1. So after the flyout by Bayless, the next batter up here for the Cane Cutters is going to be the right fielder, Cole Seacrest. First pitch coming on the way to Seacrest will be outside for ball 1. One 0 count to Seacrest. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be flown into the gap, and that's going to be a base hit for Seacrest. He's heading for 2. Close play to second, but it's not going to be in time, and Cole Seacrest will be down with a double. So Cole Seacrest continues his impressive season as a Cane Cutter. And the next batter up here for the Cane Cutters, runner on second base, 1 out, will be the first baseman, Preston Faulkner. First pitch on the way from Colic will miss outside for ball 1. One 0 count here to Faulkner. 1-0 pitch from Colic. That one will be in there for a strike. And the count now sits at 1-1. Batter on deck is Gabrzinski. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one misses for ball 2. So after the Seacrest double, runner on second, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Preston Faulkner, the batter. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one misses. And the count now sits at 3-1. Pollock looks over to Seacrest at second. Pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on and miss for strike 3. Quickly at 0-2 here to Gabrzinski. Seacrest, the runner, on third. 0-2 pitch will miss outside for ball 1. So the count now 1-2 here to Nathan Gabrzinski. 1-2 pitch on the way from Colic. That one's going to be flown. First pitch on the way to Taylor will miss outside for ball 1. So once again, Nathan Gabrzinski hits an RBI single, scoring Cole Seacrest, and the Cane Cutters lead 2-0 here at Riverside. As that one's going to be grounded over to the second baseman, Parker Osborne. Throw over to first for out number 3. But the RBI single by Nathan Gabrzinski has the Cane Cutters up 2-0 as we head to the bottom of First pitch on the way to Johnson will miss outside And the count now sits at 1-0. Bottom of the third inning. 1-0 count here to Reese Johnson from Nelms. Is going to be grounded over foul to the right for strike one. So Alex Nelms remains on the mound for the Cane Cutters here in the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 count to Reese Johnson. 1-1 pitch on the way. Johnson's going to fly this one foul. 1-2 count here to Reese Johnson. Cane Cutters lead the Generals 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. 1-2 pitch on the way. That one will bounce down and away for ball two. Luis Vargas, the batter, on deck. 2-2 pitch on the way, off speed, just missing outside. And the count now sits at full 3-2. Three-two pitch coming on the way to Johnson. That one will miss inside for ball four, and that's going to be a walk here to start the bottom of the third for Reese Johnson. So Luis Vargas will now step in for the Victoria Generals. Runner on first base, nobody out. Nelms throws over to first and a pickoff attempt of Johnson. Parker Osborne, the batter, on deck for the Generals. First pitch coming on the way. There goes the runner with a stolen. 1-1 count now to Vargas. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be grounded over to the shortstop. Harrington throw over to first for out number one, but Johnson moves over to third. So after the ground out by Vargas, the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Parker Osborne. One out in the bottom of the third, runner on third base. First pitch on the way from Nelms. That one will miss outside for ball one. 1-0 count here to Parker Osborne. 1-0 pitch is going to be flown over, and it's going to be dropped off the glove. It's going to be flown over, and it's going to be dropped off the glove of Harrington, and that's going to be a run for the Generals. And the Generals cut into the lead, and it's now 2-1 Cane Cutters. So Harrington cannot make the catch over there at short. And the Generals execute and score a run. 2-1 Cane Cutters is the next batter up here for the Generals. It is going to be Michael Williams. First pitch coming on the way to Williams. That's going to be grounded over to the right side. And the second baseman is going to slip there for a second. Miranda loses his footing, but still is able to throw out Williams at first.
He was arguing balls and strikes. He was like arguing balls and strikes. I'm not sure why he got.
So after the ground out by Michael Williams, the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Chase Evans. So 2 outs, runner on second base, as the first pitch to Evans is going to be fouled off the plate for strike one. Oh, 0-2 pitch coming on the way to Evans. Missing down and away, moving the count. And after the double by Cole Taylor, or excuse me, by Harrington, the next batter up here is going to be Manola. So the first pitch on the way here to Manola will miss down and away for ball one. So once again, Harrington comes just inches away from hitting a solo home run here for the Cane Cutters. And now he will be on second as the 1-0 pitch from Colick is going to be in there for strike one. One count here to Manola. 1-1 pitch, that misses outside to move the count to 2-1. Manola, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. And the next batter up will be Miranda. First pitch to Nathan Miranda. So after the diving catch out and right by Chase Evans, 2 outs here. And the next batter up for the Cane Cutters is going to be Morris. First pitch coming on the way to Morris. That's going to be foul tipped back for strike one. Count sits at 0-1 here to Chandler Morris. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be grounded up the middle to the shortstop Johnson. Throw over to first. Morissette makes the diving catch for out number 3. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Cane Cutters holding a 2-1 lead over the Generals. Back here in Victoria, we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cane Cutters lead the Generals 2-1 here at Riverside Stadium. First batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Dominic Cox. First pitch on the way to Cox is going to be high and away, missing for ball one. One 0 count to Dominic Cox. 1-0 pitch on the way to from Nelms is going to be popped over to the left side. And it's going to be foul in the count now quickly at 1-1. One count to Dominic Cox. 1-1 pitch. That'll be in there for strike 2 as Cox was looking to bunt. And the count now sits at 1-2. 1-2 pitch from Nelms. That one's down in the dirt, and the count now evens up at 2. Michael Morissette, the batter, on deck. 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be grounded over to the third baseman, Morris. Throw across to first, and it's going to be in time for out number 1. No, they're going to say that the first baseman, Faulkner, dropped the ball. And we're going to have an argument here between the Cane Cutters coach and the umpires. They're going to say that Faulkner went to tag Cox and could not get the tag in time, and Dominic Cox will be safe at first. And we're going to have a quick conversation between the two umpires to try and figure out what the call is going to be. So once again, Dominic Cox running down to first base. Throw from the third baseman, Morris, over to the first baseman, Preston Faulkner. Faulkner makes the tag on Cox, but they're going to say that Faulkner dropped the ball. And conversation here still between the Cane Cutters head coach and the umpire out in the field. They're going to say that Dominic Cox is going to be safe on first after the single. So the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Michael Morissette. So Morissette steps in. Dominic Cox, the runner, on first. Throw over to first and a pickoff attempt of Dominic Cox. Brady Disher, the batter, on deck. As another throw over to first and another pickoff attempt for Nelms. 2-1 lead the Cane Cutters have. First pitch to Morissette, big swing and a miss. They're going to say he foul tipped it back into the glove for strike 1. Count sits at 0-1 here to Morissette. 0-1 pitch, that's going to be flown foul. And the count now sits at 1-1. Or excuse me, at 0-2. 0-2 count here to Michael Morissette. Brady Disher, the batter, on deck. Another throw over to first base. Oh, 0-2 pitch coming on the way to Morissette. That's going to be flown into center field. And that's going to be a base hit for Michael Morissette. And the Generals now with runners on first and second, nobody out. For Brady Disher, and Dominic Cox is going to round third. And the Generals are going to tie the game here on the RBI single by Brady Disher. So Brady Disher continues to turn it on here for the Generals with his second hit of the game, and the Generals are now tied with the Cane Cutters 2-2. Runners will be on first and second. Nobody out here for Anthony Jones. All tied up 2-2 after the Disher RBI single, as the first pitch to Jones will miss high and away for ball 1. Jones looking like he might want to bunt here. 1-0 pitch on the way to Jones. That one's going to miss outside. And the count now moves to 2-0. Count to Anthony Jones. Jones looking again to bunt here. Cannot pull back in time, and that will be the first strike. So once again, Generals tie the game here in the bottom of the fourth after the Brady Disher RBI single. Two-one pitch on the way is going to be foul tipped back. And the count now sits at 2-2. Two-two count here to Anthony Jones. Pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on and missed for strike three. And that's going to be another strikeout for Nelms. And now there will be one out here. As the next batter up here for the Generals is going to be Reese Johnson. So Reese Johnson steps in with Disher on first and Morissette on second. First pitch on the way to Johnson. That one will miss down and away for ball one. One 0 count. Swing by Johnson, but they're going to say he did not go. And the count now to 2-0. So a 2-0 count here to Reese Johnson. Pitch on the way, big swing and a miss by Johnson to move the count now to 2-1. Luis Vargas, the batter, on deck for the Generals. All tied up 2-2 here at Riverside Stadium. 2-1 pitch on the way. That's going to miss down and away for ball three. And the count now at 3-1 here to Reese Johnson. Three-one pitch on the way from Nelms is going to be fouled into the catcher's glove for a foul tip, and the count now at 3-2. Top of the third inning. Bombers lead the Marshals now 3-2. So the 3-2 pitch to Johnson will be fouled back once again. Count now sits at 3-2. Runners on first and second base. As the 3-2 to Johnson is going to be flown into center field, but is going to be caught out in center field by the center fielder Bayless for out number 2. So Bayless makes the catch out in center, and with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning, the next batter up for the Generals is going to be Luis Vargas. So Vargas steps in. First pitch on the way to Vargas from Nelms is going to be down and away, missing for ball one. So a 1-0 count here to Luis Vargas. 1-0 pitch. Vargas is going to fly this one out to right, but the right fielder Seacrest is going to run under it for out number 3. But the Generals get a run here in the bottom of the fourth on the Brady Disher RBI single. And we're all knotted up 2-2 here at Riverside Stadium. First pitch is going to be flown over to right to to left to Anthony Jones, as Bayless will ground out on one pitch here for the Cane Cutters. And the next batter up here for the Acadiana Cane Cutters after the ground out by Bayless is going to be Cole Sechrist. One out here in the top of the fifth inning. Pitch on the way from Colick. That's going to be grounded over to Jones once again. Throw over to first for out number 2. Casey Colick has thrown 2 pitches so far in this inning and 2 outs. So after the ground out by Sechrist, the next batter up here for the Cane Cutters is going to be Preston Faulkner. As the first pitch to Faulkner, that one will miss outside for ball 1. So once again, Casey Colick has thrown 3 pitches so far in this inning, and 2 of them have been for outs. As the 1-0 pitch from Colick. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one's going to be flown foul over towards Jones to move the count out to 2-1. So the count now sits at 2-1. Here to Preston Faulkner. Nathan Gabrzinski, the batter, on deck. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one will miss outside. Count now sits at 3-1. 3-1 pitch coming on the way from Colick. That one will miss down and away for ball 4. And Preston Faulkner is going to be on first with a walk. So after the walk by Preston Faulkner, the next batter up here for the Acadiana Cane Cutters is going to be the designated hitter, Nathan Gabrzinski. Runner on first, 2 outs as the first pitch to Gabrzinski is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. 1-0 count to back here in Victoria, bottom of the 5th inning, Cane Cutters and Generals all knotted up 2-2. First batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Parker Osborne. So Osborne steps in here to start things off in the bottom of the 5th. Nelms remains on the mound for the Cane Cutters, as the first pitch from Nelms will be in there for strike 1. 0-1 count here to Osborne. 0-1 pitch. He'll take that one right down the middle for strike 2. Count now sits at 0-2 here to Osborne, as Osborne's going to foul this one back and to remain alive. Batter on deck for the Generals will be the center fielder, Michael Williams. 0-2 pitch on the way, missing outside for ball one. One-two pitch coming on the way to Osborne. Osborne's going to fly this one out to right, but the right fielder is going to run under it. Seacrest runs under that one for out number one. So after the fly out to right by Parker Osborne, the next batter up here for the Generals is going to be the center fielder, Michael Williams. So Williams steps in, one out here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch on the way to Mike is going to miss down and away for ball one. 1-0 count to Williams. 1-0 pitch on the way. Williams is going to ground this one up into the gap. Nice stop there by the second baseman, Miranda, diving on the turf. But Williams is going to get down to first with a base hit. So after the base hit there by Williams, runner on first base, one out. The next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be the right fielder, Chase Evans. So Williams on first. First pitch on the way from Nelms to Evans is going to be grounded over to the third baseman, Morris. This could be two. Scoop by the first baseman, Faulkner, and that is two, and that's a double play. So the Cane Cutters get out of the bottom of the fifth inning, and we'll head to the sixth. The game remains tied 2-2. Back here in Victoria, we head to the top of the sixth inning. Generals and Cane Cutters all tied up 2-2. First batter up here for the Acadiana Cane Cutters is going to be the left fielder, Cole Taylor. As the first pitch from Colick to Taylor will be fouled back for strike one. 1-2 count now here to Cole Taylor. 1-2 pitch from Colick on the way, off speed, just missing inside. Fans rumbling about that one. They did not like the call. But nonetheless, the count now 2-2 here to Taylor. Two-two pitch on the way from Colick. That's going to be fouled back once again. 2-2 count here to Taylor. Batter on deck is Harrington. 2-2 pitch on the way from Colic. That's going to be flown into center field, and Williams cannot get there in time, and it's going to be a base hit here for the Cane Cutters. So Cole Taylor hits a base hit, and now there will be a runner on first base. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning for the next batter, Trey Harrington. So Trey Harrington steps up, runner on first, nobody out. First pitch on the way from Colic will miss down and away for ball 1. 1-0 count. One-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be flown into center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Trey Harrington and the Cane Cutters. Now with runners on first and second, nobody out. So after the base hit by Harrington, runners on first and second, nobody out, as Manola will be the next batter up for the Cutters, as the first pitch will miss inside for ball 1. One 1-0 count here to Connor Manola. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Manola's going to get the bunt down. Colic is just going to make the throw over to first base for the first out. But now the Cane Cutters with runners on second and third and one out here in the top of the 6th. So the next batter up here, pinch hitting for the Acadiana Cane Cutters, is going to be Donovan Ohanatunka. As the first pitch to Ohanatunka is going to be fouled over to the left side for strike 1. So once again, the Cutters with runners on second and third. Only one out here in the top of the 6th inning. Ohanatunka the batter. 0-1 pitch on the way from Colic. That one will be fouled. Strikeout by Donovan Ohanatunka. 0-1 count here to Chandler Morris. As the 0-1 pitch is going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. So once again, Donovan Ohanatunka goes down swinging. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runners on second and third. 0-2 pitch coming on the way from Colic. Off speed is going to miss outside for ball 1. As half of the Generals field started running in towards the dugout as they thought that was strike 3. 1-2 count here to Chandler Morris. 1-2 pitch on the way from Colic. That's going to be in there for strike 3. And that is going to be another strikeout here for Casey Colic. And the Generals get out of a jam. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Game is still tied 2-2. Back here in Victoria, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cane Cutters and Generals all knotted up at 2. First batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Dominic Cox, as the first pitch to Cox is going to be down and away, missing for ball 1. One 1-0 count here to Cox. 1-0 pitch, check swing. They're going to say he did not go. And the count now at 2-0. Michael Morissette, the batter on deck, as the 2-0 pitch is going to be flung over to the right side, and that's going to be a base hit for Dominic Cox. The right fielder Seacrest runs for it. Throw over to second, close play. But Dominic Cox will be down to second with a double. So Dominic Cox is down to second with the double, and the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be the first baseman, Michael Morissette. First pitch on the way to Morissette. He's going to get the bunt down. Good bunt there by Morissette. And the Cane Cutters are going to have a quick mound visit here to go out and talk to Alex Nelms. And we'll be right back here in just a moment once again. Runner on third base, 1 out here for the catcher, Brady Disher. So after the mound visit, runner on third base, 1 out for the catcher, Brady Disher. As the first pitch on the way to Disher is going to be right down the middle for strike 1. Disher already with 2 hits tonight and an RBI for the catcher from the University of Arkansas. 0-1 pitch on the way to Disher. That one's going to be right down the middle for strike 2. Count now sits at 0-2 here to Brady Disher. 0-2 pitch on the way, just missing outside for ball 1. Alex Nelms tonight. 8 hits given up, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. As Disher's going to fly this one over to the left. And it's going to go foul to remain the count at 1-2. 1-2 count here to Brady Disher. Once again, 2 hits tonight and an RBI for Disher. Dominic Cox is the runner on third. Base hit would give the lead to the Generals. 1-2 pitch on the way to Disher. Disher, they're going to say checked his swing but did not go. And the count now moves to 2-2. 7 hits tonight in the game for the Generals. 6 for the Cane Cutters. 2 errors for the Cane Cutters, 1 for the Generals. 2-2 pitch on the way to Disher. Disher's going to fly this one out to left. And this one's going to go clear back to the wall. And it's going to be another hit for Brady Disher. And he's going to be down to second, and it's going to be an RBI double for Disher. And the Generals are going to take a 3-2 lead over the Cane Cutters. So Brady Disher continues his hot hitting streak. His 3rd hit of the night. 2nd double of the night for Disher. Second RBI of the night for Disher, and the Generals now lead 3-2. Runner on second base now, 1 out for Anthony Jones after the RBI double by Disher. First pitch on the way to Jones. That one's going to miss inside for ball 1. So once again, Brady Disher tonight on fire from the plate. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for the catcher from the University of Arkansas. 1-0 count here to Jones. Jones is going to ground this one over to the left side, but it's going to go foul over the line for strike 1. So the Generals regain the lead here at Riverside Stadium. Bottom of the 6th inning. So a 1-1 count here to Anthony Jones. 1-1 pitch coming on the way from Nelms. Big swing and a miss by Jones. And the count now at 1-2. Batter on deck for the Generals is Reese Johnson. Cutters with pitchers warming up in the pen. So the 1-2 pitch to Jones will miss inside. And the count now even at 2. 2-2 count to Anthony Jones. 0 for 2 tonight for the Generals. 2-2 pitch on the way. Jones is going to ground this one over to the left side, but it's going to go foul once again. 71 pitches thrown so far in the game. Or excuse me, 81 pitches. That's 81 pitches thrown so far in the game by Nelms. As the 2-2 pitch to Jones is going to be fouled back once again, and Anthony Jones making it tough here for Nelms. Generals lead 3-2 over the Cane Cutters. Two-two count to Jones. Johnson in the on-deck circle. Disher the runner on second base. Quick time here by Jones, and we're going to have a mound visit between Manola and Nelms. Generals will have 2 days off starting tomorrow and Tuesday after this 4-game homestand here at Riverside Stadium. Generals currently on a 5-game winning streak, leading the Cane Cutters 3-2. Two-two count to Jones. 2-2 pitch, that misses outside, and the count now sits at 3-2. All 4. And Anthony Jones is going to be down to first with the walk, and Disher's going to move down to third. We're going to have a quick mound visit here, and that could have been the last pitch thrown by Nelms. So we'll be right back after the mound visit here at Riverside Stadium. Generals lead the Cane Cutters 3-2. 1-0 pitch on the way to Johnson. That one will miss high. And the count now sits at 2-0 here to Reese Johnson. New pitcher in for the Cane Cutters is Miguel Reyes, number 28. So once again, that's Miguel Reyes. 2-0 count here to Johnson. As the 2-0 pitch is down and away, missing, and the count now 3-0. Missing the count now 1-1. 1-1 pitch coming on the way to Vargas. That one will miss high and away. And the count now 2-1 here to Vargas. So once again, that's Miguel Reyes on the mound for the Cane Cutters. 2-1 pitch to Luis Vargas, and Vargas is going to pop this one up out into the outfield as Seacrest is going to run under it. And the runner Disher is not going to tag from third after the beautiful throw by Seacrest. And that will be the second out of the inning. So the bases are loaded still with now 2 outs in the inning. And the next batter up here for the Generals is going to be Parker Osborne. Osborne already with 1 hit tonight and 1 strikeout for the Generals. First pitch on the way from Reyes will be in there for strike 1. 0-1 pitch on the way. That's going to get past the catcher. Manola at the plate. Disher is going to get down. And that is going to be another run here for the Generals in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Generals now with a 4-2 lead. Four to 2 Generals lead after the wild pitch by Reyes. And the runners move to second and third. 1-1 pitch on the way to Parker Osborne. That one will miss high. And the count now at 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way. Osborne's going to fly this one foul over to the right side, and the count now even at 2. Two-two count to Osborne. 2-2 on the way. That's going to miss outside, and it'll be a full count to Parker Osborne. 3-2 pitch coming on the way. Osborne's going to float this one up, fouling it off to the right. Three-two pitch on the way to Osborne. That one's going to miss down in the dirt. And the Generals now will have the bases loaded once again after Parker Osborne draws the walk. So the bases loaded now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and the center fielder Michael Williams is going to step in now for the Generals as the first pitch from Williams is going to be flown foul over to the left side. Nice effort there in left by Cole Taylor, but Taylor cannot get there in time. 0-1 count here to Michael Williams. Generals have scored 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And the 0-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be in there for strike 2. And the count is now 0-2 here to Williams. 0-2 pitch on the way. Mike is going to swing at that one and foul it off to remain alive in the at-bat. Pitch coming on the way to Williams. Another wild pitch is going to be scooped up there by Manola, probably saving a run. So a nice effort there by the catcher Manola. And the count now 1-2 here to Williams. One-two pitch to Mike. That one will miss inside. And the count now 2-2. Two-two pitch coming on the way to Williams, and that's going to be flown into center field for a base hit. And this could be two, as Osborne is going to be caught in a pickle. And Osborne's going to run back to third base, and they're just going to tag Osborne out for the third out of the inning. But Michael Williams will get the RBI, and 2 runs will come across the plate. And the Generals now lead 6-2. We're going to head to the 7th inning. Generals score 4 in the bottom of the 6th, and now lead the Cutters 6-2. First pitch coming on the way from Colic, and it's going to be in there for strike 1 as we start the top of the 7th inning. For the batter in for the Cane Cutters is Bayless, as the 0-1 pitch off speed will be in there for strike 2. And the count now sits 0-2 here to Kyle Bayless. 0-2 pitch on the way from Colic. That's going to be strike 3 and a strikeout for Casey Colic, his 7th of the game. Next batter up here for the for the Cane Cutters is going to be Cole Seacrest. First pitch coming from Colic to Seacrest. That one will miss outside for ball 1. Cole Seacrest already with a hit and a run scored tonight for the Cane Cutters. 1-0 pitch coming on the way. That one bounces down and away for ball 2. Batter on deck for the Cane Cutters is Preston Faulkner. As the 2-0 count, that one's going to be grounded up to Colic. Throw over to first, and Seacrest is going to beat the throw down to first. And it's going to be the 2nd hit of the night for Cole Seacrest. So after the base hit there by Seacrest, runner on first, 1 out. The batter up is going to be Preston Faulkner. First pitch on the way from Colic will be in there for strike 1. Preston Faulkner tonight with a hit for the Acadiana Cane Cutters, also with a walk and a strikeout. 0-1 pitch coming on the way. That one's going to be flown to the shortstop, Johnson. Throw over to first as the runner is out at second. But Faulkner is going to beat it down the line. But Sechrest is out at second base, and there's now 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Looks like we're going to have a quick mound visit here to come out and talk to Casey Colick. So we'll be right back here in just a moment. Once again, Cane Cutters with runner on first base, 2 outs. And the next batter up is going to be Nathan Gabrzinski. Runner on first base, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning for the Cane Cutters. Nathan Gabrzinski, the batter, up as the first pitch from Colick will be fouled back for strike 1. Nathan Gabrzinski tonight, 1 hit, 1 RBI, and 1 walk. As a runner on first base. 0-1 pitch on the way from Gabrzinski. That one's going to be flown into left field, but the left fielder, Dominic Cox, is going to make the catch down by his feet for out number 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Generals with a 6-2 lead over the Cane Cutters. Back here in Victoria, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Generals with the 6-2 lead over the Cane Cutters. New pitcher in for the Cane Cutters is going to be number 3, Bryce Armstead. So Armstead in now for the Cane Cutters. And the first batter up is going to be Chase Evans, the right fielder, as the first pitch of the game from Armstead will be in there for strike 1. So an 0-1 count here to Chase Evans. Evans is going to pop this one foul to move the count now to 0-2. 0-2 count here to Chase Evans. Dominic Cox, the batter on deck. Armstead's 0-2 pitch will miss high and outside for ball one. 1-2 count here to Chase Evans. 1-2 pitch misses down and away for ball two. 0 for 3 tonight is Chase Evans with 2 strikeouts. The count currently sits at 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be in there for strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Armstead. And third strikeout of the night for Chase Evans. So after the strikeout by Evans, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The next batter up is going to be Dominic Cox. As the first pitch to Cox, off-speed pitch will be in there for strike 1. Dominic Cox tonight, 1 hit and 2 runs scored for the Generals. As the 0-1 pitch will miss high and away to move the count to 1-1. One pitch coming on the way from Armstead. Misses down for ball 2. Two-one count here to Dominic Cox. Pitch on the way. That one will miss outside the count now 3-1. 3-1 count to Dominic Cox. Cox is going to fly this one to center field. The center fielder, Bayless, running back forward, and it's going to get over the head of Bayless. And it's going to be a triple as Cox is hustling for third, and it's a triple for Dominic Cox. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning as the ball flies over the center fielder, Bayless's head. And the Generals now with the runner on third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So after the triple by Dominic Cox, the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals, runner on third, 1 out, will be Michael Morissette. Generals lead the Cutters 6-2. As the first pitch to Morissette will miss high and away for ball 1. 1-0 count to Morissette. Dominic Cox, the runner on third. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's going to be at the feet of Morissette. And the count now 2-0. 2-0 count to Morissette. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one will be down and away for ball 3. Michael Morissette tonight, 1 for 2 for the Generals. And the batter on deck is Brady Disher. 3-0 pitch coming on the way to Morissette. He's going to take that one right down the middle for strike 1. 3-1 count to Morissette. That one's going to miss outside, and that's going to be ball 4 as Michael Morissette is going to draw the walk here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So with runners on first and third, the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Brady Disher, who already has 3 hits tonight and 2 RBIs. So Disher looking to add to that RBI total here with possibly a base hit. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch from Armstead on the way. Missing high and away for ball 1. So once again, Brady Disher tonight 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs for the Generals. Has runners on first and third, 1 out. 1-0 pitch to Disher. That one's going to get off the glove of the catcher Manola. And that is going to be another run here for the Generals. Close play over at third. And Morissette is going to go from first to third on the bad throw. And the Generals now lead the Cutters 7-2 here in the bottom of the seventh. So the wild pitch by Armstead gets past the glove of the catcher Manola. And the Generals get a run here in a 2-0 count to Disher, as that one will be in there for strike one. 10 hits tonight in the game so far for the Generals, only 7 for the Cutters, as the 2-1 will be outside in the count now, 3-1. Anthony Jones, the batter on deck for the Generals, a 3-1 count to Disher. 3-1 pitch is going to be down in the dirt, and that's going to be another walk here for Armstead, as Disher's going to be down to first. And we're going to have a quick mound visit here to come out and talk to the pitcher Armstead. We'll be right back here in just a moment. Once again, Generals now lead 7-2. Runners on first and third, 1 out for Anthony Jones. So after the quick mound visit, next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Anthony Jones. Runners on first and third for Jones, only 1 out in the inning. First pitch on the way to Jones, that one will be in there for strike one. Anthony Jones tonight, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 run scored for the Generals. As the 0-1 pitch will miss high and outside for ball one. Count now sits at 1-1 here to Jones. 1-1 pitch. Jones is going to pop this one over to the right side, and Preston Faulkner, the first baseman, is going to make the catch for out number 2. So Jones flies out to the first baseman, Faulkner, and with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, the next batter up for the Generals is going to be Reese Johnson. As the first pitch to Johnson will miss outside for ball one. One 0 count to Reese Johnson, runners on the corners. 1-0 pitch will miss inside for ball 2. Two-0 count to Johnson, already with a hit, 2 walks and 2 runs scored, as that one's going to get off the glove of Manola, and this is going to be another run for the Generals here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Generals now lead 8-2. So the wild pitch by Armstead means another run comes across the plate, and the Generals lead 8-2 here at Riverside Stadium. Count is 3-0 to Reese Johnson, runner on second. 3-0 pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 4, and that's going to be another walk here for Armstead. The third walk of the game for Armstead. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, and it looks like we're going to have another mound visit, and we could be seeing a pitching change here soon. We're going to step aside for just a moment once again. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Luis Vargas will be the batter. New pitcher in. Generals lead the Cutters 8-2. Runners on first and second, 2 outs here for Luis Vargas. And the new pitcher in now for the Cane Cutters is going to be number 17, Jimmy DeBrash. So once again, that's Jimmy DeBrash on the mound now for the Cane Cutters. Luis Vargas, the batter. First pitch from DeBrash is going to be fouled off for strike one. 0-1 count here to Luis Vargas. Runners on first and second. 0-1 pitch on the way from DeBrash. That one will miss outside, and the count now 1-1. Other score from around the TCL. Bombers lead the Marshals 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the 1-1 pitch on the way from DeBrash is going to be fouled off to the left for strike 2 here to Luis Vargas. 0 for 4 tonight is Luis Vargas. With runners on first and second here for Vargas. 1-2 count, pitch coming on the way from DeBrash. That's going to be swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's going to be a strikeout here for Jimmy DeBrash. But we're going to head to the 8th inning as the Generals score 2 in the bottom of the 7th and hold an 8-2 lead over the Cane Cutters. Back here in Victoria, top of the 8th inning. Generals lead the Cane Cutters 8-2. As the new pitcher in now for the Victoria Generals is going to be number 34, Jake Woodland. As the first pitch of the game from Woodland is going to be in there for strike 1. And a 1-0 count. Here to Cole Taylor. 0-1 pitch from Woodland will miss outside, and now the count sits at 1-1. Cole Taylor tonight with 1 hit in the game so far. For the Cane Cutters, his team trails 8-2. As the 1-1 will be in there, for strike 2, and the count now at 1-2. 1-2 count coming on the way to Taylor. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout here for Jake Woodland in the top of the 8th inning for out number 1. So Cole Taylor is going to strike out here in the top of the 8th inning, and the next batter up is going to be Trey Harrington. And the first pitch coming on the way from Woodland. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Big night tonight so far for Trey Harrington. 2 hits in the game for the Cane Cutters. 0-1 count to Harrington. Big swing and a miss once again, and count now quickly 0-2. Connor Manola, the batter, on deck. 0-2 pitch coming on the way from Woodland. That one's going to be high off the glove of Disher for ball 1. So if the Generals could hold on to win this game against this tough Cane Cutters team, it would be the Generals' 6th straight victory, as the 1-2 pitch is going to be just down and away for ball 2. But you can never count any of these teams out here in the TCL. Cane Cutters are capable of a comeback here, as this one's going to be grounded over to the shortstop Johnson. Throw over to first. Diving slide over there at first by Harrington is not going to be in time. And that will be out number 2 here in the top of the 8th. So the next batter up here with 2 outs on the top of the 8th inning is going to be number 7, Connor Manola. First pitch from Woodland. That one will be in there for strike 1. Connor Manola tonight with 2 strikeouts for the Cane Cutters. 0-1 pitch coming on the way from Woodland. That one misses outside to move the count to 1-1. One pitch on the way to Manola, bouncing in the dirt for ball 2. The count now sits at 2-1 here to Connor Manola, as the 2-1 misses outside, and the count now 3-1. Batter on deck is Donovan Ohanatuka. 3-1 pitch from Woodland. That one will miss down and away for ball 4. And Manola will be down to first base with the walk. So the first walk of the game by Jake Woodland. And with the runner on first base, 2 outs, the next batter up here for the Cane Cutters is going to be Donovan Ohanatuka. First pitch coming on the way from Woodland. That one misses outside. And the count now at 1-0. Ohanatuka on the mound last night for the Cane Cutters. 1 strikeout so far in the game, as Woodland's going to throw over to first in a pickoff attempt. Generals leading 8-2. As the 1-0 pitch is going to be swung on and missed by Ohanatuka to move the count now to 1-1. Oh-2 pitch coming on the way. That one is just going to miss outside. And the count now moves to 1-2. One-two pitch coming on the way from Woodland. That one's going to be flown over the head of the second baseman Osborne, and that's going to be a base hit for Donovan Ohanatuka. And the Cane Cutters now with runners on first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. So back to the top of the order we go here for the Cane Cutters. Chandler Morris will step in with runners on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch coming on the way to Morris. That one will be in there for strike 1. 0 for 4 tonight is Chandler Morris with a pair of strikeouts for the Cane Cutters. 0-1 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss by Morris, and the count now 0-2. So an 0-2 count to Morris. Woodland looks over to second. 0-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be in there for strike 3 as a swing and a miss for Chandler Morris. His 3rd strikeout of the game. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Generals holding an 8-2 lead over the Cutters. Back here in Victoria, bottom of the 8th inning, Generals holding an 8-2 lead over the Cane Cutters. First batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Parker Osborne, playing second base tonight. First pitch coming on the way to Osborne is going to be popped up foul behind for strike 1. Jimmy DeBrash remains on the mound for the Cutters. An 0-1 count here to Osborne. 0-1 pitch on the way is going to be grounded over to the right side. The first baseman Faulkner is going to make the grab. DeBrash is going to run over to the bag for out number 1. So after the ground out by Osborne, the next batter up here for the Generals is going to be the center fielder, Michael Williams. So the first pitch coming on the way to Williams. Williams is going to fly this one to center field. Bayless going back for it. It's going over the head of Bayless, and Williams is going to hustle around for 3 here, as it looks like Michael Williams is going to be down with a triple here in the bottom of the 8th inning and 1 out. 4th hit of the game for Michael Williams, as he currently sits at 4 for 5 tonight. continuing his great night from the plate. And the next batter up with a runner on third is going to be Chase Evans. So the first pitch coming on the way from DeBrash. That one will be in there right down the middle for strike one. So once again, Michael Williams tonight, 4 hits and 2 RBIs for the center fielder. As the 0-1 pitch to Evans. Evans is going to fly this one to right field, and Seacrest is going to run under it. Could be a sac fly as Williams is going to head to the plate here, and that is going to be a sac fly for Chase Evans. And the Generals now take a 9-2 lead over the Cutters after Williams tags up and crosses the plate. So after the sac fly by Evans, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Next batter up is going to be Dominic Cox. As the first pitch on the way to Cox is going to be swung on and missed for strike one. So Dominic Cox also having a pretty good night for the Generals. 2 hits and 3 runs scored. As the 0-1 pitch will miss down for ball one. Your lead hitters tonight for your Victoria Generals. Michael Williams has 4 hits, followed by Disher with 3 and Cox with 2. As the 1-1 will be swung on and missed by Cox, and the count now sits at 1-2. One-two count here to Dominic Cox. Michael Morris set the batter on deck. 1-2 pitch from DeBrash on the way. It's going to miss outside. And the count now even at 2. Two count here to Dominic Cox. Luis Vargas, Chase Evans, and Anthony Jones are the only 3 batters for the Generals without a hit. As Cox is going to ground this one over to Chandler Morris, the third baseman, throw over to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll head to the top of the 9th here. Generals get another run in the bottom of the 8th inning off the Chase Evans sac fly. And the Generals lead 9-2 over the Cane Cutters. Back here in Victoria, top of the 9th inning. Generals with a 9-2 lead over the Cane Cutters. First batter up here for the Cane Cutters is going to be number 29, Kyle Bayless. And the new pitcher in for the Generals is Zach Smith. As the first pitch from Smith to Bayless will be fouled off for strike one. So once again, that's Zach Smith on the mound for the Generals as the 0-1 from Smith will miss outside, and the count now 1-1 here to Bayless. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way from Smith, swing and a miss, reaching for that one. And the count now 1-2. Kyle Bayless tonight, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 1 run scored for the Cane Cutters. As the 1-2 from Smith will miss down in the dirt to move the count now to 2-2. Generals tonight with 11 hits in the game, Cane Cutters with 8. Cane Cutters with 4 errors, the Generals with 1. As the 2-2 is going to be swung on and missed by Bayless, strike 3. And that's going to be the first strikeout of the game for Zach Smith. 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. And the next batter up is going to be Cole Seacrest. First pitch on the way to Seacrest will miss off the glove of Disher for ball 1. So good night tonight from the plate for Cole Seacrest. 2 hits in the game and 1 run scored. 1-0 count. Pitch on the way. That's going to be popped up into the infield. It looks like the shortstop Johnson is going to run under it. High fly ball, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. So the Cane Cutters down to their final out. And the next batter up is going to be Preston Faulkner with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Faulkner with 1 hit tonight, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. As the first pitch will be down and away for ball 1. 1-0 count to Preston Faulkner. 1-0 pitch from Smith is going to get off the glove of Disher, and the count now 2-0. 2-0 count to Faulkner. Gabrzinski, the batter, on deck, and Osborne is not going to be able to make the catches. It's going to go over his glove. And that is going to be the second hit of the night for Preston Faulkner. And the Cane Cutters are staying alive here in the top of the 9th inning. So after the base hit by Faulkner, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Runner on first for Nathan Gabrzinski. First pitch on the way from Smith will miss down and away for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Gabrzinski. 1-0 pitch from Smith. This one's going to be flown into center field. And it's not going to be caught as Johnson could not make the catch. It just blooped over his head, and the Cane Cutters still breathing here at Riverside Stadium, now with runners on first and second, 2 outs. So runners now on first and second, 2 outs. And the next batter up is going to be Cole Taylor. Taylor looking to keep the Cane Cutters alive. As the first pitch on the way from Smith will miss outside for ball 1. 1 for 4 tonight is Cole Taylor with a hit and a strikeout. As the 1-0 pitch will miss down in the dirt for ball 2. you can never count a team out like this Acadiana Cane Cutters team. Although they trailed 9-2, they're still fighting. And a 2-0 count here to Taylor. 2-0 pitch. That one will be in there for a strike, and the count now moves to 2-1. 2-1 count to Taylor. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. 2-1 pitch is going to be fouled off to the left side, and the count now evens up at 2. So the Cane Cutters down to their final strike is a 2-2 count here to Cole Taylor. 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on and missed, and that's going to be strike 3. And the Generals are going to take Game 2 here at Riverside Stadium and win their 6th straight, as that's a final from Riverside Stadium after the strikeout by Cole Taylor. And the final score, Generals 9, Cane Cutters 2. Generals will be off on Monday and Tuesday, but the Generals will be back in action here at Riverside Stadium on Wednesday and Thursday to take on the Cane Cutters once again. So once again, final score here from Riverside Stadium. Generals take Game 2, 9-2 over the Cane Cutters, and the Generals win their 6th straight game. We'll see you right back here at Riverside Stadium on August 1st as the Generals will take on the Cane Cutters. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Do you need any of this?
Nope.